Come on in, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. And welcome, 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 welcome to the Global Community Connection. Now, I know you did not think I was going to allow this holiday season to go without me reaching in and checking in with you. Oh, no. We have a process, and we are going to do that process. So come on into the Global Community Connection. Yeah, call mama, call auntie, tell the kids to go watch some TV because I got some goodness for you today. Yes. And we are going to connect. I've got some stuff I want to share with you. You know, today is the first day of winter, the winter solstice, the shortest day in the year. Things are heating up and cooling off. And we here at the Global Community Connection, oh my gosh, it has been so long since we have been together. And if you haven't been on IVTV, I've been on radio silence for maybe the past 3 months since the election. On radio silence, just recalibrating myself, getting myself back in order. I know a lot of you are probably out there shopping, getting those last minute Christmas gifts, and I've got something for you today. So call mama, call auntie, call the kids, call your BFF and say the Global Community Connection is in session and we are getting ready to suit up. Okay, we have to suit up. We got to pray. I got a reading for you, and I've got some good holiday stuff for you. Okay, so how you been? How you been out there? Have you been good? Have you been calmed down since the hoopla of the election that took us into the potential government shutdown? Oh my God. And what about the Christmas movies? Am I the only one ODing on Christmas movies? A happy Christmas, a sad Christmas, a Christmas kiss, no kiss for Christmas. I just pop back and forth. Why am I watching the Christmas movies? I don't know. Anyway, come on into the Global Community Connection. This is our global living room. We gather from around the world. Shout out your city. I see Philly is with us this morning. I see Ohio is with us this morning on this winter solstice morning. Ohio's here. Grand Rising, Charlotte. Grand Rising. I want to say Grand Rising and happy holiday to all the spiritual warriors, to the Abundance Nation. We getting ready to suit up and load up again. Happy holidays, New Zealand. Happy holiday to the DMV, to Cleveland, to Maryland, to Florida. Jersey is in the house. Minneapolis is in the house. Raleigh's in the house. Yeah. Listen, with the holiday movies, with the Christmas movie, I can't take it. Okay. Why am I watching them? And then you know what I say? I said, okay, I'm only going to watch to this commercial. And they leave the commercial with something that I have to know. Baton Rouge, Jacksonville, New Hampshire, Boston. Get your pencil, get your paper. You've got lots of links that you're going to need. Deep out to you. Deep out to all the graduates of Rites of Passage. Deep out to all the students in the personal development program, the ministerial program. Deep bow to the coaching class of 2025. Grand Rising, Columbus, Ohio. The ATL is in the house. Joycey's in the house. Alberta, Canada. What's it doing up there? Because I know they got a little snow in Philly yesterday, but it's like 40 degrees. Hey, Chi-Town. Gilbert, Arizona's in the house. Bowie, Maryland is in the house. Come on in to the Global Community Connection, and we are going to suit up in just a minute. Soweto, South Africa. Shoshaloza, good morning and welcome. Salem, Oregon. Trinidad is in the house. Yep, can't do much without a Trini. All righty, Seattle's in the house. Who else? Rodney from South Carolina. Detroit is in the house. Yes. Michigan. Now, you get to say Michigan. You got to tell us where you from. Okay? Not just Michigan. Henderson, North Carolina. St. Louis is in the house. Where's Nola? Bronx is in the house. Okay, the boogie down Bronx is here. That's so funny. I was ironing yesterday and watching Selena. Okay. With Jenny from the Bronx. The Bronx is here. Philly's here. Amsterdam. Welcome, Amsterdam. Welcome, welcome. Cyprus, Texas. The UK is in the house. Yay! This is the Global Community Connection. Altadena, California, Portland, Oregon, Denver, Colorado, Douglasville, Georgia, Indianapolis, Bay City. Okay, I ain't seen Brooklyn. I have not seen Brooklyn. I see Saudi Arabia. I see you, Algonquin, Illinois. I see you, San Bruno, California. I see you, Vicksburg, Mississippi. I see you, LA, but I ain't seen Brooklyn. And we cannot suit up until I see Brooklyn. Come on in and let somebody know. Make sure you have a pencil and piece of paper, Minneapolis. All right, Brooklyn's in the house. Minneapolis, make sure you got pencil and paper because I'm going to give you lots of links for things that you're going to want to investigate. All right. So we're going to suit up this morning. I'm going to give you the route and then you're going to add on to it. Good morning, Nana Abena from Ghana. Good morning. Brooklyn's here. Houston is here. Okay. My Brooklyn folk are lining up. Coast of Alabama. Wow. What is that? Oh, that's right. Alabama is on the water. Okay. Born in Brooklyn, but calling from Atlanta. Don't you dare talk about born in Brooklyn. If you are from Brooklyn, you are Brooklynite for the rest of your life. You are born in the nation of Brooklyn. Hey, Pittsburgh, Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, here's how we're going to suit up this morning. All I want for Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah is, what is it that you want this holiday season? Is it a thing? Is it an experience? All I want, Milwaukee, what do you want for the holiday? What do you want for Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you're selling? Dayton, Ohio, Pittsburgh. All I want is my 2 front teeth. Baby, if you ain't got 2 front teeth, that's a problem. Okay. What is it that you want for yourself, for the world? Mount Morris is in the house. All I want is put the whole thread, and that's how we create an imprint on the universe, okay? All I want for Christmas is money. Well, you got money. Do you have 2 cents in your pocket? Give me a dollar amount, okay? You know, here at the Global Community Connection, we don't do things half-assed. We got to be clear and specific. All I want for the holiday is a better world. All I want for Kwanzaa is financial freedom. Now we are talking, okay? All I want this year is a light code. Okay, you can have one. Lee wants you to have a light code, okay? All I want for Christmas is peace. All I want for Christmas is a wonderful time with my family. All I want for Christmas, this is what I really want for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is the courage and the strength to forgive who I used to be. Oh, I have discovered that I have so much judgment about who I used to be. And it filters into my life. Now, that's just me, but you know, I'm on the deep end of the pool. I'm in the deep end of the pool, okay? All I want for the holiday is all my debts resolved. I can get on that step with you, although we don't have debt. Don't get upset about debt, because until you die, you're going to owe somebody. If you die on the 15th of the month, you're going to owe a light bill and a phone bill, okay? It's when you're overwrought with debt, okay? It's when you're overwrought with debt. All right. So listen, this is the first day of winter. This is the winter solstice. Grand rising to you, Tiffany. All I want is for my son to heal physically and mentally. I want Elijah to walk again. Okay. All I want for the holiday is healing for my son. Just leave it right there and let the universe structure what that healing looks like for his soul's docket, because you don't know what's on his docket. All I want for Christmas is healing or wholeness for my son, okay? All I want is a car to get back and forth to my new job. All right, listen, there are thousands of car dealers that want you to have a car, okay? Now, what we got to do is figure out how to attract it. All I want, snow in New York this morning, oh my God. All I want for the holiday is a definitive, clear mind and a heart in every way. Okay. All I want for Christmas is healing and wholeness for my family. Good. All right. All I want is guidance about what to do with my family home and where I'm to live in my retirement years. All right. Okay. What to do with your family. Now listen, I think you might know what to do with your family home. But you may be thinking that other people will be upset about it. Okay, now that's just me. All I want, what do you want for this holiday season? What do you want? All I want for Christmas is for them to stop playing Christmas movies on 6 different channels because I only got 2 eyes. And I'm jumping back and forth from up to Hallmark. Lifetime got their own. It's such a much. All I want is God, eternal health, and a good husband. Yeah, well, a good husband? You mean you want a man who will make a good husband? Okay. Because if you say a good husband, that means he got a wife. All right. You don't want a husband. You want a man a partner who will make a good husband. All I wanted for the holidays is to remember, stop chasing things that are beneath the truth. Yes. All I want for Christmas is financial freedom and security and $10 million in my bank account. And let me ask you that. That's very interesting. $10 million. What would you do with it? What would you do with $10 million to make the world a better place? All right. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to deal with that in abundance because so many of us think if we have this money and we can do this and that, but the universe wants to know how is that $10 million going to support you and making the world a better place? Listen, what I want is healing for my daughter's mind. Just say healing for my daughter. Don't be telling God what to do because you don't know her mind really needs healing. Behavior may need healing. Okay? All right. Let's not tell God what to do. All I want for healing for myself and my children. Okay, good. Listen. This is what was I going to say? I told you all about forgiving who I used to be. Yeah, it was deep. Here's another thing. I was driving along, minding my business, talking to the sun. And Spirit said to me, why do you need money in the bank? I said, excuse me? Why do you need money in the bank? And I said, well, so that I can have security. And so then I heard, so money, not God, is your security? Well, I had to pull over to the side of the road. I had to pull over to the side of the road and break that down in my consciousness, okay? Why do we need money sitting in the bank? Why? If we know who is our source, who is our supply, why do we just need piles and piles of money? I'm not talking about the money you need to pay your bills. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people just want piles and piles of money sitting in the bank. Okay? I had to get clear. That's why we do an abundance. That is why we are doing abundance, so we can create. All I want for Christmas is to slow dance with my childhood friend. Oh, how beautiful. Hi, beautiful. Hi, how do you? All right, come on. I'm going to give you 2 more minutes. All I want for the holiday is, come on, put it in the chat. Let's create this energy out in the universe on this, the first day of winter, when things are dying down so that they can be reborn in the spring. All right. This is the shortest day of the season. Some people are getting snow. We might have a white Christmas in some places, but all I want for Christmas is to be the woman my grandchildren see when they look at me. That love reflected back into the world. That is beautiful. All I want for Christmas is a joyful time with my family. Don't discuss politics. Do not put a sign at the door. Put a sign on the door. Leave your shoes and your politics here. Don't get into no political discussions. Don't do it. Don't do it. All I want is for my family to be united and good health and food on the table, in the table, on the table. Money is the answer to all things. No, I don't think so. I don't think money the answer. I think faith, I think love is the answer. All right. But that's just me. I'm just sharing with you all what Spirit said to me. You got to figure that out for yourself. But when I said that I want security, I want to feel secure, it was real clear. So money, not God, is your security. Now, that's how it came to me because that's where I am in my spiritual growth. Where are you in your spiritual growth? We're going to talk about that more too. All I want for Christmas, we the same bricks and mortar. Okay, I don't know what that means. All I want for Christmas is healing with my family. Okay, we're going to do healing. 2025 is a year of completion. Mm-hmm. So all of those upsets and breakdowns, you have an opportunity to heal them. We can raise our vibration. We can raise our frequency. And there's some things that we have to do to create the unity. Eliminating judgment is one of them. Eliminating judgment about who they were is another one. Seeing people as they are and accepting them as they are, that is another one. This is how we heal family and relationship breakdowns. And when we do the R Spot Intensive in February, we're going to talk about healing through commitment, communication, and love. All I want for Christmas is to wake up and see it be in good health and in my right mind. Good, good, good. All I want for Christmas is for individuals to have peace on earth. My spiritual mother. Would that be me? Oh, okay. All I want for Christmas is Yamla to have even more peace and love for her and her family. Yes. You know what? Listen, the cat and the dogs are getting together. All right. Listen, can I tell you something? I just realized how old my dogs were. I was freaked out. I was making the appointment and I looked. Freedom is 6 and Peace is 5. I didn't know. I thought they were 3. Time is moving. Okay. Here we go. All I want for Christmas is to remain healed, whole, and complete. Good, good, good. Listen, put it out there. Put it out there in the universe. What is it that you desire? Hold that thought. And then we're going to talk about how to get into the feeling of it. All right. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Come on, let's lock in. Let's come together here in the global living room. Take a breath in and out. Uncross your legs, uncross your arm, uncross your eyes. Let's get our energy aligned in and out. Good. In and slowly out. In and slowly out. In and slowly out. I hope you have your hands together. Let's do that again one more time. In and slowly out. Raise those hands about 3 to 6 inches right above your head into your energy field, your luminous energy field. See if you can feel that energy right above your head. Take a breath in and out, in and out. Now turn your palms outward and bring your luminous energy field all down around your body so that your energy is contained. And bring your hands back to prayer posture. Breathing in and out. In and out. Once again, raise your hands above your head. Separate them. See if you can feel that energy. Turn your palms toward the screen and let's join in energy by placing your energy light field right over the screen. Good. And back to prayer posture. Come on, let's breathe. Breathing together. And just gently begin to rub your hands together. You're in your own energy field. You're in the light of your own being. Come on, rub those hands together, making sure the palms are touching. Yeah. Breathe in and out. And for all of you who want peace and happiness, breathe in and out. Holding in consciousness the thought of peace and love and miracles and healing and wholeness. Come on, rub it in your energy field. Now pat it into your body. Come on, pat it into your body. Wherever it is that you need it or want it, pat it into your body. We're going to do so much for so many during this holiday season. We just want to give some to ourselves. Come on, rub, 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 rub it in. And again, think of what you desire. Hey, Kenya, from Kenya. That's patience from Kenya. Rub it in. Peace, joy, love, wholeness, healing for me and for the world. Because you can't give it if you don't have it. Come on, rub it in, and now pat it in. Pat it in, pat it in, pat it in. Yes, pat it in. Hands toward the screen. Yeah. sending peace and joy and love. What is your prayer for the world? You know, I learned many, many years ago that one of the quickest ways to get what you want is to be willing to see somebody else get it first. That's one of the quickest ways. So where do you want to see peace in the world? Peace in the Middle East, peace in Ukraine, peace in the streets of Chicago. Peace, 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 love, love. Where do you want to see more love? I want to see more love for foster children. I want to see more love for the children who've been orphaned by violence and by their parents' addiction. I want to see more love for them. Come on, breathe. I want to see more love among our political leaders, our congressmen, our senators, among our more love in their heart for us, for themselves, for each other. Come on, send it out into the world. I want to send peace and healing for those being treated for cancer. Strengthen the doctors, strengthen the nurses, strengthen those people, healing for those people on chemo, on radiation, healing for those people. Whatever that healing looks like, we trust the Holy Spirit to make it what everybody needs. Healing, healing. I want healing, 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 and wholeness for those subjected right now, suffering right now, challenged right now by substance abuse, whether it's pills or alcohol or whatever it is. Healing, wholeness. Come on, breathe. Send it out into the world. Send it out into the world. Send it out. Send it out. Yeah, because what you give, you receive tenfold. So if we give what we want, if we send it out into the universe, into the healing, send it to the United States, send it to the entire planet, send it to the globe, send it to your hometown. Yes, send it to South Africa, send it to Trinidad, send it to Jamaica, send it to Brooklyn, Chicago, Detroit, Jersey, Minneapolis, wherever it is, send it out. And then the universe owes you. Come on, breathe. Bring those hands together at the heart. How does it feel when you send good stuff out into the world? How does that feel? Yeah. So rub your hands again. Rub it again. Because you sent it out, you called it up, all in your hands and all in your life and into the world. Now pat it into your body. Yeah. Pat it into your body. Yeah. Pat it everywhere. Don't forget the booty. Get the booty. Get the knees. Yeah. Get it in and bring it back together. Good. Yeah. You know, we're getting ready to run around and buy and cook, or maybe sad because we can't buy or we don't have anybody to cook for, but we still have so much to give. So much to give, so much to give. And again, we want to send light and love and energy to to Haiti, sending peace to Haiti. Yeah, sending peace to Cuba. I just came back from Cuba. Whew, rough. It's rough. Yeah. Sending peace. Sending peace to people who don't know where their next meal is coming from. And asking the universe of substance to make sure that every child has a meal. That's all I want for Christmas is for food scarcity for children to be eliminated. To be eliminated. Okay. And to all of the people in Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, I think parts of Florida that were devastated by the hurricanes, that they will have just one little ounce of joy and happiness during this holiday season. Yeah. You know, we think too much about our own little things. Let's open it up, because again, everything you give, you receive. Everything you give, you receive. Okay? So, yeah. I've got a reading for you this morning. Comes from this book. Oh my God. Now, this is a very thin little book by one of my favorite teachers, Joseph Murphy. Joseph Murphy, this book was written in I think it was 55. reprinted in 2009, but originally written in 1955. And it was a lecture that he did, and they turned it into a book. Now, you can't read this book and just think, oh, you've got to read this thing line by line, word by word, sit with it and let it sink in. So I want to share just a few things from you, okay, from this book. Ready? It is just as easy to imagine yourself successful as it is to imagine failure, and far more interesting. Let me read that again. Listen, it is just as easy to imagine yourself successful for those who want financial security, for those who want a home to buy a car, for those who want whatever it is, a new job. It is just as easy to imagine yourself successful as it is to imagine failure, and far more interesting. The mental images we hold are developed with feeling. It is wisely said that all our senses are modifications of our sense of feeling. So everything we feel and everything we think is modified by what we feel. Listen, feeling is the law, and the law is the feeling. Law, meaning life, affairs, and world. Your life, your affairs, and your world is determined by your feelings. Not by the words you speak out your mouth, but by your feelings. Feeling is the fountainhead of power. I find it so interesting that one of the major conversations on the stage right now is women are too emotional. Women go with their feelings. They all in their feelings, as though they're talking us out of the truth of our being. That's one of the things people said about presidential candidate, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. A woman can't run the country. She's going to be all in her feelings. Right here, written in 1955 by one of the spiritual masters of the world. Feeling is the law, and the law is feeling. What people don't understand is there's a distinction between a true emotion and a toxic feeling, okay? And women's natural sense is our heart, is our feeling. What we need to do is clean up the toxicity and don't let people talk you out of your feelings. Feeling is the fountainhead of power. We must change our mental pictures with feeling in order to get results. I'm going to read that again. We must charge our mental picture with feeling in order to get results. All right? For those who just joining us, I'm reading from Believe in Yourself by Joseph Murphy. The thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and opinions in your mind are the brethren that challenge you, belittle your dreams, and say to you, you can't. It's impossible. Forget it. And so many of us are talking about negative people in our environment, negative people, our negative family. And no. Your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and opinions. Listen, for 2025, give up every opinion. Don't have no opinion about nothing. Never. Don't open your mouth with an opinion, okay? Because it's charged with a feeling that's going to create something. Your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and opinions in your mind are the brethren that challenge you, belittle your dreams, and say to you, you can't, it is impossible, forget it. The way to handle, hear me, the way to handle opposition in your mind is to detach your attention from the sense evidence, the appearance of things, and begin to think clearly with interest about your goals and objectives. Let me read that again. The way to handle opposition in your mind. Listen, I bet many of you said, all I want for Christmas is blah, blah, and the opposition came right up in your mind. But you can't have that. Somebody said they wanted $10 million. I would love to know, what are the arguments against you having $10 million? One of the things we're going to learn in abundance is there is no shortage of money. There are $10 million, but are you vibrating at a frequency that will allow it to come into your life? That's the question. And then why do you want it? Why do you need it? Oh, we're going to talk about all of that. All right. So here, did you get that? So then I want to read this part. God, hear me, God, source, created, divine mind, infinite intelligence, I don't care what you call it. God is always successful in his undertakings. Did you hear me? If God wants it to rain, it's going to rain. If God wants it to snow, it's going to snow. If God wants a rainbow in the sky, it's going to be a rainbow in the sky. God is always successful in his undertaking. Man, that means your mind, you, me, us, is equipped to succeed because God is within. Can you hear that? God is within. And all the attributes, qualities, and potencies of God are within. You were born to conquer and to overcome. The intelligence, God's intelligence, wisdom, and power are within you, waiting to be released and enabling you to rise above all difficulties. Okay? So in this book, Believe in Yourself, Dr. Joseph Murphy provides you with a universal guide to the art of making your life, my life, our lives, so much more effective by believing in yourself. How many of us just don't believe in ourselves? Now listen, like I said, hear me. This is a very small little book. I want you to read it. You can read it probably in 2 days or in one sitting if you read fast. I don't read fast because I do stuff like this. Okay, I underline, I highlight, I go through, I define words. Believe in yourself. That's your text for 2025, okay? Because God is always successful. And if right where I am, God is, and the fullness of God is who I am, how come I ain't succeeding? Have you asked yourself that question? But that's because many of us have a dysfunctional relationship with God. But that's something that we're going to talk about in Spiritual Study Sanctuary. I ain't talking about that right now. All right? Right now, I've got lots of good things for you. Listen. Can I tell you this? We do this every year. We buy sweaters and we buy cars and we buy and give people things for Christmas. How about this year? Instead of giving somebody a thing, give them something that will inspire them, something that will enlighten them, something that will take them to a deeper understanding of themselves. Give them a service, give them a gift. Somebody said they wanted a light code. So one of the things that I'm recommending this year for those who still need to do shopping, those who are still looking for a gift, instead of giving somebody a thing, give them something. And baby, I got a list of some things for you to give. Okay. I want to just talk to you. These are some of the things that I've used over the years, some of the things that have made my life just excel in all manner of ways. Okay. Why not give somebody a color consultation with Debbie Blake? Debbie Blake was my teacher when I studied Orasoma, and she was my teacher when I studied the master frequencies, which are the dolphin and the whale essences. And she does a color consultation where you pick a color and then she tells you where you're vibrating, how you're vibrating, where your weaknesses are, where your challenges are, and what it is that you need to do to up level your spiritual energy. How many of our friends and family members are lost and complaining and just confused, scared to death? Listen, I got so many calls yesterday from people that I know who are who work for the government in the face of that potential government shutdown. I'm like, I don't have anything to do with that. Why are y'all calling? Can you pray for me? Can you give me a prayer? Well, how did that lower your frequency? Worrying about that. Okay. Debbie Blake, a color consultation. There is the link on the screen. Or Lee Ditko. Somebody said that they wanted a light code. A personal light code is a meditation tool. Listen, I've got light codes all over my house because it's about up leveling your frequency. It's about up leveling your energy. That's what it's about. It's not woo woo and caca and foolishness. It really isn't. 2025 is a year of completion, of endings, and a lot of things that are going to end in our life and they're going to cause us disturbance and distress. We want to be able to keep our energy and our frequency raised as high as possible. So Lee does a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job with her angel guidance reading and her light code creation. Makes a beautiful gift. Birthday, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever. Now, you all know I've talked to you about the harmonic egg. Charles Monroe is the curator of the harmonic egg in the DMV. He's up in Bel Air, Maryland. But the harmonic egg, they're all over the country. You can look it up. This one, Charles Monroe and the harmonic egg, that is for the DMV area. Now, what is the harmonic egg? Well, it is this instrument that you get in and you sit in, and he beams you with light and sound and color. Listen, physical stuff, emotional stuff, inflammation, which so many of us suffer from and don't even know it. If your knees are hurting, if your back is hurting, it could be inflammation. And the harmonic egg, which was created by a woman named Gail Lynn, beautiful woman named Gail Lynn, she's got these eggs all over the country. So you can put in your search bar harmonic egg and it'll tell you where they are. Or you can go to Charles at Chrome Cymatics, and he can do your session virtually. You send him a picture, he puts your picture in the egg, he tells you, he sends you the music, you lay down for 40 minutes, listen with your picture in the egg. I'm telling you, I came back from Cuba sick as a dog, okay? A real woof woof barking dog. I still got a little congestion, but I've only done one egg session since I've been back. I'll do my next one, all right? He works with my beloved family member. Had a diagnosis of something we don't give name to. He's been in the egg for maybe about 2 months, 2 or 3 months, and all of his tests, things, when they look, the markers are coming down, all right? So, harmonic egg, go look at the site. That's a gift. Give somebody, Charles has given us a 3-session package. Go look at it. Nobody needs another sweater or bubble bath. If you're still looking for a gift to give somebody, sister, brother, friend, give them a thing. Give them something, okay? Tom Hines, Holistic Energy Healing, the body emotions. Tom is the one to clean up your feelings. Tom is the one to clean up your feelings. Tom is the one that's working with me on forgiving who I used to be, all right? I had no idea how my judgments and shame and guilt about who I used to be is still present in my consciousness. Tom is healing that up for me. And also, this is a beautiful, beautiful sister. She does great work. I really recommend this for young girls, 16, 17, 18. You know how they get when they get that age and they get a little crazy, okay? Gina Bonilla does Reiki and voice activation. She does healing energy on your body, and she helps you activate your voice. So for all of you who have trouble speaking up for yourself, asking for what you need, asking for those kinds of things, go talk to Gina. She too has a 3-package deal for anybody coming from IVTV or GCC. Gina Bonilla, voice activation and Reiki. Use the code YAMLA24. All right. Reverend Latanya, who's on IVTV, she does a whole thing with your human design, helping you to understand your major potentials and challenges and difficulty. But listen, she do all kind of stuff. Reverend Latanya, Rebirth with Reverend Latanya. Free Kinlo, Free does intuitive spirit readings. It is amazing. She will look at you and start reading your dirty underwear. Okay? And I know some people, particularly church people, they don't believe in that. They think it's the evil, the devil, or so you don't go. Go to Debbie or Charles. Don't go to Free, okay? If you don't believe it's possible. Robert Pruitt, I'm going to have Coach Robert as a guest in just a few minutes. Native Botanicals, you know, we've talked about them. Your liquid smudge, clear your energy, keep your space clean, spray your pillow before you go to bed at night. Why? Because there are so many energies floating around in the universe right now. Everybody is like so frantic. All right. You've got to keep your energy clean. For those of you who got new beginnings, the body wash that I created by hand, we don't have any more. I only do what Spirit tells me to do. I think we had about 300 bottles. We sold it. But hello, I am making a scrub right now. I wish I could take you and show you the herbs. They're all laying out drying. And so in a few weeks, probably by the beginning of the year, I'm going to have an exfoliating scrub with pink Himalayan salt, black charcoal, and Epsom salt, and 7 different herbs so that we can eliminate the stuff that we need to release. I mean, so that the stuff that we're carrying so that we can release. All right. But Native Botanicals, go take a look at them. The liquid smudge, the sage, the sweetgrass, beautiful gift. I'm giving you these things as alternative gifts that you can give to people if you've got some money you want to spend on somebody. Trisha McCannon, another beautiful soul that I've worked with for years. She does this thing called a soul reading. It takes her 3 hours to do it on the phone. Okay. Or she can do your astrological chart. Now, you know, I know people have a lot of problems with astrology, but let me break it down for you real simply so that you don't think it's something evil, wicked, foo, caca. No, it's not any of that. Astrology really is simply the science of where the planets were and what frequency was being beamed onto the planet when you were born. Okay? That's all it is. And you can, if you know what time you're born, you can look at this is what was happening in the atmosphere, in the universe when I was born. And this is how it could or is impacting me. Well, one of the best around I found is Trisha McCannon. Because not only will she tell you what's happening when you were born, she'll tell you how it's impacting you now, what you need to look out for, what you need to let go of, what you need to develop. Or if you do the soul reading with her, she'll tell you how many lifetimes your soul has been in a body. Okay? All the way back, how old it is. She'll tell you what your major universal energy is. Is it air? Is it water? Is it fire? So that you know, because sometimes we overuse or we overindulge in an energy that is not good for us. Trisha McCannon, listen, if you're into that, makes a beautiful, beautiful gift. Not just for the holiday, give somebody a natal chart for their birthday. Yeah. So these are just some of the things that I've worked with over the year that I'm looking at. You know, sometimes you get something and you don't even realize how powerful it is. I've been going back looking at all of these things. So my encouragement is for this holiday season, don't give a thing. Give somebody something. Okay? Something that will lift them, something that will evolve them, something that will lift them up. How about that? Can you do that? Yeah. So all of those links, they're in the chat. I'll put the thing up one more time so you can take a screenshot of it. Just think about it. If you're still shopping, if you're still looking for gifts, or if somebody, you know, because some people were born on December 26th or December 31st, you got to get them a Christmas gift and a birthday gift. All right. So these are the things, and the one that's not on here, yeah, think everybody's on here. All right. As soon as Coach Robert gets here, we're going to talk about something that I'm very, very excited about. I'm excited about it, and it is a part of our plan, our vision, our mission for next year, which is Awakening 1 Million. Awakening 1 Million. I know you've been seeing the signs about it. I know you've been seeing the things that are going on. We've been pumping it and promoting it for a long, long time, but it has finally come to fruition. Awakening 1 Million. And we are going to be offering into the world the work required to awaken your mind, your consciousness, your energy to the truth of who you are, the truth of who we are. Awakening 1 million, awakening to peace, awakening to love, awakening to joy, awakening to abundance, wealth, prosperity, awakening to wholeness, awakening to loving relationships, awakening. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Teddy Pendergrass, 1978, and it's coming to fruition. Now, what is Awakening 1 Million? Well, it's a process. It's a self-directed process. And the way you can begin in Awakening 1 Million, which will launch, I think, around the 5th or the 6th of January, is you choose the level you want to work on. We're not choosing it for you. You're going to choose it. Are you level 1? That means, are you at the beginning of your journey? Are you just starting to embrace a spiritual way of being? This stage, level 1, will invite you to connect with and expand your consciousness so that you can embrace a new version of yourself. If you're level 1, if you're new to this, if you're recovering from religious trauma, if you wrote God off, if you don't believe in God, if you thought you was an atheist, maybe you want to investigate level 1, okay? Level 2 is you're stepping into a deeper awareness. You have been a student. You have done some work. You have done some things, but you want to take it deeper. And you want to work on a particular area of your mind in your life, okay? And it doesn't matter what you studied, where you studied, if you studied, you're simply ready to strengthen your spiritual practices. That's level 2. Again, you get to choose. Level 3 is you've arrived. You've done some work. You are becoming a leader. Maybe you are working with other people. You have insights that you are sharing, and now you want to step fully into your purpose. You want to step fully in. Come, baby. Come. Come. Yes. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. You're not supposed to look in the camera. Go. He was trying to bribe me. He's off the tablet because he didn't do well in school, so he don't have no tablet. He was just trying to bribe me because he knows that I'm busy with y'all. So you got to watch these men. You are ready to live and embody spiritual principles, because knowing something is not enough. Just having information is not enough. You've got to embrace it and embody it so that it begins to demonstrate. If that's what you're ready for, you're level 3. Level 4 are the masters. You've reached a level. You're teaching others. You're working with others. You're sharing others. You are going to take the journey of the master. Level 4, you're going to work with me personally and individually. No, collectively, as a group, not individually, one at a time. Maybe we'll do some of that too. But I want to share with you some of the teachings that I've gotten that's going to take your life, your business, your client base to a whole nother level. All right. Don't come to level 4 if you're still trying to forgive your mama. Don't come. If you still ain't speaking to your sister, this level 4 is not for you. Level 4 is the master's level. We're going into deep, deep, deep teachings. So there's a level for everybody at in Awakening 1 Million. And the way that you can begin is really subscribe to Ivy Digest. I don't know if you got your issue this month. It's come out. Here, we're going to have a principle every month. We're going to have exercises for you to do, Begin there. Begin by making your subscription to Ivy Digest, Innovisions Digest, Iyanla Van Zant Digest, whatever it is you want to call it. Yeah, it's all virtual. You don't have to pick it up or get it in the mail. It is all virtual. Okay, so you start there with Ivy Digest. All right, so that's some of the things that we're looking at. Awakening 1 Million is going to cover everything next year, including my tour. I'm coming out on tour next year. I haven't been on tour since 2019. Okay. I haven't done in person stuff. I did some stuff recently with Ace Metaphor, but whoo, listen, I'm gearing up because I'm like, Lord, the bus, I'm traumatized, and the hotels and the food, and oh my God. But we're bringing the Awakening 1 Million out on tour. So hopefully we're coming to a city near you. Some other things that we're doing in 2024, I want to get you set up for it now so that you know what we're doing. All right. The first thing is Spiritual Study Sanctuary. Oh my God. We usually do 9 months. We're doing 6 months this year. It's going to be hard and fast and deep and wonderful. We're going back to sacred text. For 2 years, we studied metaphysical Bible. We did a metaphysical interpretation of the Bible, but we're going back to sacred text, meaning we're looking at some of the older ancient texts and we're going to break them down so that we can ignite, activate, and demonstrate the principles that are being taught. Spiritual Study Sanctuary is for those of you who are looking for an alternative to the traditional way of living, being, experiencing, and expressing God. Or even if you don't have a relationship with a higher power, I don't care what you call it. It's not religious, it is spiritual. And we are studying text, so it's not coming out of my mouth, it's coming out of the wisdom of the universe. We begin January 5th, 2025. From 10:30 to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Musical meditation at 10 o'clock. And this year, we're going to start this year. Let me say this now. These are the 2 books we're starting with: The Impersonal Life by Joseph Benner and Living the Infinite Way by Joel Goldsmith. Now, if you've never done Spiritual Study Sanctuary, it's okay. You will learn that I am the queen of review and reflect. So you're not going to miss anything. If you've never done Spiritual Study Sanctuary, you can join in, and trust me, you will keep up, stay up, and catch up. And those who have done, all my sanctuarians, we're going to incorporate everything we got from metaphysical Bible interpretation into these 2 books. You can get your books now if you want to. The Impersonal Life. Sometimes the Impersonal Life, the author is anonymous, because for many years, Joseph Brenner didn't want anybody to know that he had written that book. So he put it out as anonymous. So this is what mine looks like. When you go to get your book, you're going to see it in many ways. This is the one I have. But you can also get this one, or there's another one. There are many ways you get it. And also, like my Living the Infinite Way looks like this. Can you see that? My Infinite Way looks like this. So don't be afraid of what it looks like. And if you want to get it on Kindle so you don't have to have a book, that's fine too. All right. So that's Spiritual Study Sanctuary. We begin January 5th, 10 a.m. musical meditation. 10:30 is for the class begins. So I hope I have some returning sanctuarians and some new sanctuarians coming in, because 2025 is a 9. I'm telling you, a lot of things are going to be leaving, and people and situations. You want to be grounded and anchored in you. Believe in yourself. Okay. And what else? Okay, so let me go over here. The other thing that we're doing, which you know I love and I'm so excited about, is abundance, baby. Abundance. Abundance starts January 5th. The meditation is the orientation is January 5th. The actual class starts on January 6th. And this year, we are doing 2 sessions. Abundance 1 for people who've never done it. If you've never done the 40-day abundance process, we're going to start you 8 p.m., level 1. It's an hour, 40 consecutive days. So if you can't commit to being with us an hour and then maybe have another 30 minutes throughout the day to do your work, don't sign up. Please don't sign up. If you know you got to travel or whatever, that's fine, because you'll get the recording. But if you've never done abundance, if you're trying to get right with your money and wealth and prosperity, do level 1, 8 p.m. We begin on January 5th, 40 consecutive days. I think we end like on the 16th or the 17th of February. But for those who have taken abundance once, twice, 2 times, I'm offering you abundance 2, which is level 2. It is advanced. It is, oh baby, we gonna fly. All right. You will meet with me 40 consecutive days at 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. is level 2, 8 p.m. is level 1. All right. If you've taken it, now, if you haven't taken 1, you can't take 2. And if you signed up for abundance, we have your email address. So we know. But if you haven't taken 1, trust me, you don't want to be in 2. You don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to do that. So if you've taken 1 and you want to take 2, because we're doing straight up co-creation and manifestation, 5D, 5th dimensional creation. But if you've done 1, you've got a solid foundation so you can do it. So here's what I'm doing right now. Okay, here's what I'm doing. So for all of those people that know that they have a broken relationship, broken, dysfunctional, not working relationship with God's source creator, and you've never taken spiritual study sanctuary, I'm going to gift tuition to the first 9 people that reach out to customer@iyanla.com. Customer@iyanla.com. First 9. And here's what you got to do. Put it in the subject line. I have a broken relationship. I have no relationship. I don't even care. I don't even believe in God. Put that in the subject line. The first 9 people, my holiday gift is tuition to the Spiritual Study Sanctuary. Now, don't take it if you're not going to come, because you're taking up the space from somebody. But if you really want to get into a relationship with your higher self, with your soul, with the creator of your life, my gift to the first 9 people who've never taken Spiritual Study Sanctuary is free admission, free tuition for the first month. And then if you want to stay, you can have the other 6 months. That's my gift to you. Okay? Free tuition for the first month of Spiritual Study Sanctuary for the first 9 people. So if you're watching this on the replay on Facebook, don't bother. Them slots are gone. If you've never taken abundance with me, and remember, we know because we have your email. And if you think you have taken it and you don't want to pay for it and you're going to use another email, that's bad karma. Don't do that. If you've never taken abundance and you want to understand abundance from a metaphysical, spiritual perspective, first 9 people, my gift to you is your tuition to abundance. First 9. Customer@iyanla.com. In the subject line, you write, I've never done abundance. Now, wait a minute before you do it, because everybody likes free. If you're not willing to commit an hour a day for 40 consecutive days, now if you've got to travel or something happens, you will get the replay. But if you're not willing to commit, if you're just jumping on this because it's free, please don't do that. Don't do that. If you're willing to commit 40, an hour, let's say 90 minutes a day, an hour for the class, or maybe an hour and a half for the class if you do the meditation, and then 30 minutes at some other time to do your work. because the course has work. Okay. If you're willing to do that, customer@iyanla.com. In the subject line, I've never done abundance. And I'm taking the first 9 people. Okay, for level 1. There's no way to get into level 2 if you haven't done level 1. I want people who've never done abundance. Again, for the Spiritual Studies Sanctuary, customer@iyanla.com. In the subject line, I've got a broken relationship with God. I have no relationship with God. Put that in the subject line. I'll take the first 9 people, because 2025 is a 9-year goal. What are you doing? Out. Stop it. I'll take the first 9 people and give you your first month's tuition. Okay? I'm not going to repeat. You have to go back and listen. All right? Because that's what 2025 is about. The universe ain't going to wait for you to catch up. Be fully present. Pay attention. How about that? All righty. So those are my gifts. 9 people are going to get into Spiritual Studies Sanctuary because they have a broken or no relationship with God. Customer@iyanla.com. Put that in the subject line. I'll take the first 9 people. People who've never done abundance with me, the first 9, I'm giving you abundance level 1 for free if you will commit to an hour or an hour and a half a day to do the work. Level 2 people, you got it going on. Pay your money. Let's get it on. Okay? Woo! Those are my gifts. Yeah? So abundance. Also, Spiritual Studies Sanctuary. I want to remind you that in February, we're doing the R-Spot Intensive. February 28th from 10 to 2. We're going to be talking about communication, connection, and commitment, because 2025 is a 9-year. Relationships are really going to be tested. So we're doing individual, everybody really, from 10 to 2. And then from 3 to 5:30, I want to work with couples to get you into your communication, your connection, and your commitment. That's February 28th, 2025. If you're a couple, sign up. If you're an individual or you're in a relationship and you want to learn about communication, connection, and commitment, the R-Spot Intensive is coming up. Now, this next project I am so excited about. I could just pee. I could just pee and hoot forever. All right? This just fell into my heart a couple of weeks ago. A couple of days ago, actually. And I prayed about it. And in 2025, as part of the Awakening 1 Million, we're going to be offering the Young Warriors Circle, a weekly process for young men ages 14 through 16. Right now, we're doing boys 14 through 16. I say young men, not boys. Young men 14 through 16. The Young Warriors Circle is going to be facilitated by Coach Robert Pruitt. And it's designed for young men to offer them a safe, supportive environment to express their thoughts, their concerns, to learn how to awaken to their feelings. They're going to meet for 3 months, weekly, online with Coach Robert. Coach Robert, some of you may have experience. He's going to be with us in just a minute. I watched Coach Robert raise his 2 sons. And I'm telling you, those boys are amazing. Of course, they got their stuff like everybody, because Robert has his stuff like everybody. But these 2 young men walking on the planet, raised by their dad and their mom, co-parented. And so Spirit guided me and said, ask him, will he do this? And I said, why boys and not girls? Well, that's a bad thing. When Spirit tell you to do something, just shut your mouth and do it. All right. $99 a month, plus a one-time fee of $21 for their malas. Coach Robert is going to teach them how to pray and affirm using a mala. If you sign your nephew, your grandson, your son up, stepson for the program, you have to be willing to come to the pre-program parenting meeting. Because if the parents don't cooperate, if the caregivers don't cooperate with what's going on, then it's all for naught. But our young men are in trouble. Our girls are too. But right now, we got to build up these young boys. All right? There will be circles of 13 youth, only 13. And they will meet for 3 months. They can go on if they want to. It's $99 a month. And Coach Robert is going to work with them. Now, I want you to hear from Coach Robert yourself. I don't see him. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Let me add you to the stage. Coach Robert. Robert E. Pruitt.
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm full. I got notes from all the gifts.
I know. Well, you get everything anyway, so don't worry about it.
Beautiful offerings. Beautiful.
Yeah, listen.
Yes.
Young men, these warriors who are acting like street thugs and criminals. What we going to do with them? What we going to do with them? And why is this important, Coach Robert?
I remember you asking me to share that. And I said, okay, God, what would you have me share? He said, ask your sons. So, of course, your setup is perfect. So if you will just give me a moment, here's what Marshall said.
Okay.
The big why. Honoring commitments is a fundamental aspect in building self-esteem and self-respect. More often than not, the way you take care of things that you have is how you take care of yourself. These are unedited. Marshall. This is Marshall. This is number 2, he said. Practicing speaking thoughts and emotions allows them to be released, thus opening the void for abundance. Who knew? Okay. And I'm editing, so they're much longer than this. The 3rd thing he said, learning how to speak your thoughts and emotions improves your ability to communicate with yourself, and in some instances makes you more attractive as a prospect in life, whether job, romantic, or platonic. Okay. All right. Let me move on. Here's Aiden.
Wait a minute. How old is Marshall now?
They're both 21. So they're twins, right?
They're
21.
Okay.
And they remember these conversations when they would have sleepovers with their friends, and they would remember when they were online, and their friends would say, hey, well, you all seem to have like this really healthy vocabulary. And they're like, we got it from our father. So God directed me to them rather than you hearing it from me, because young folk don't want to hear from old people. So here we go. Aiden said, speaking thoughts and feelings. For boys in particular, we are told that engaging in feminine labeled behavior, like expressing feelings, is not in line with the roles men should play in society and is a weak behavior. Mm-hmm. For boys, being an example for more boys and men, that being a man can indeed look like expressing thoughts and feelings, which can serve as a reminder to humanity. The second piece, on a separate note, it creates stronger leaders, male or female, because they communicate what they are thinking and feeling to rally individuals to communicate a vision. Aiden's last piece. For anyone, it is beneficial to express how you feel and what you think, then hold on to it, because holding on to it can hinder growth. It goes on. I'm just giving y'all the short. This was from them last night.
Listen,
unedited.
I know as a mom, one of the greatest disservices that I committed against my son was that I didn't teach him emotional intelligence, and I didn't give him space to be authentic with his feelings. And when I see now he wasn't one of the violent kids in the street. He didn't do gangs and stuff. But when I see or recognize the places in his life where his growth was stunted, it was really about not being able to connect with or articulate what he was feeling. Absolutely. And then retreating into his head, and trying to think about what he felt.
That's right.
Why is it important for our boys to be able to communicate thoughts, feelings, and what are they going to do in the circle?
Well, I think it's interesting. The circle as an egg and the communication as a form of sperm that connects with the egg to give birth. So the circle just becomes this crucible that activates the idea and the understanding that there is more to me than what I do and what I produce. Those are inherent components, but they are not the truth of who I am. They may give me an idea of who I have been. And one of the things I recognized and shared, in most recent years with my sons, without it being an excuse, was I recognized the men in my life showed me how to obtain or manifest things, but not how to nurture and sustain them. I said, well,
Whoa.
holy crap. And I shared that just in conversation with my sons. And I said, so you can take a look where I did not honor commitments and where I ran from things and where I created spiritual atrophy. Like, I don't hide that. I share it as part of the journey so that they, one, don't need to take on that through an interpretation. So in the circle, some things that our boys have taken on are because of interpretations they've given to events, and they've used those interpretations to define who they are, and they're distortions. So the circle, the principles, and I love the principle of trust, accountability, responsibility, commitment, victory. I would even put vision in that. Those are just some of the ways of being. I know the principle of consciousness is in there. And when we talk about consciousness, please understand, we're not talking about, and I'm going to say it the way I feel it, white, left brain centered analysis.
No.
We're talking right brain spiritual connection, the essence of who we are.
Right brain spiritual connection, the essence of who we are. And for me, our boys are not getting that anyway. I know a lot of them are involved in church activities, and they're learning the doctrine and the theology, but they're not learning the activation of their own spiritual power and sense of self. And as I see what just happened in our country in this election, and I see these symbols of masculinity that are being portrayed in the world, I'm like, whoa, baby, we need something else. And that was my prayer. And Spirit said, put them in circles and teach them the principles. Yes, now, I know as a woman, and particularly, like you said, the young people don't want to talk to no old people, but I know that training, and this is for mothers and grandmas too, because, I raised my grandson, now I'm raising my great-grandson, but I also know what my limitations are. Yes. For women, we don't think that because you send your boy out somewhere to get insight from a man that you failed.
Correct.
I can say honestly, and I've said it to him, and I've said it to Jesus and anybody else, that I failed my son. I failed my son. I failed him miserably. I was a great, great father in a skirt. I was a horrible mother because I didn't know how to nurture and nourish and those things. And it's still present in his life. But now that we've talked about it and he's aware of it, he can work through it. So mothers, give, and the fact that it's virtual, because we know that so many of our young boys went to clubs and churches and places and got violated. This is online.
It's online, at home, and it's interactive. So please, I said they don't like talking to old people. What I didn't say was I ain't an old person. So there's nothing about me that ever promotes that way. I walk into youthful experiences and there's a connection that happens just in saying hello. So if you're concerned about how this may flow, think of it as play. And through the play, there's a discovery. And the intention is for there to be an expansion and a growth of not only awareness, but application of what they get in their time. So please don't have them get offline and then you test them, because if you're going to test them, then call me and I'll test you. That's not what this is. They may not get it until the third month.
Right. When
some may already come in, the kernel's ready to pop. So it's an opportunity to play. It's just 90 minutes. Ain't nobody trying to be on this thing long. You get it, you play with it, you integrate it, and you go. And then you come back the next week and go, oh, snap, I remembered that. So it is less of a lecture and more of an embodiment of experiences. That's it. And we're going to use virtual. I'm working on the virtual stick. We're going to have something that'll be a virtual stick. So when we click on DeMarcus's name and Jerry's name and David's name, something's going to pop up that'll be their virtual stick. They got the floor. What's present for you? And it'll be a wonderfully nurturing, facilitated experience.
And the other thing is that we've got to get the parents involved so that they know what to do to support the young men as they're going through. Now, don't jump in and say, well, what about the girls? I follow the guidance of Spirit. They ain't told me I've had something for girls since 1998. Don't give it away. but
Right.
that's not what I was told to do. So go somewhere else and find something for girls. And we do have something in the work for girls. It's just not what I was told to present at this time. The Young Warrior Circle. I also want to tell you that he's taken 13 young men per circle. So when that circle fills up, we got to find a place to do another circle. There are only 13 young men for the 90-day period in there. So don't wait till the last minute. I don't know. How do they sign up, June and Ayanfe? Where do they go? Where's the landing page? What do they do? If not, send us a email. Oh no, it's on the screen. Because I'm getting ready to do something bad. Young Warrior Circle. I'm getting ready to do something really bad, and then I'll be in trouble. All right, Young Warrior Circle, IVISD.org. You can go there, sign up, and it doesn't start until February because we want to get them back in school after the holiday and let them get settled there, and then it'll start up in February as another offering of Awakening 1 million.
Yes.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Love you.
I appreciate. Love you too.
Love you much.
Have a great day.
All right. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I want to just remind you of everything that we got going on. Don't give them a thing. Give them something. Here's the list of the gifts and the services that you can offer: a color consultation, a personal light cone, an angel guidance reading, 3 sessions or a session in the harmonic egg. Somebody asked a beautiful question. What was the difference between an emotion and a feeling? All right. A feeling is the energy. The emotion is the pure experience. So people use that interchangeably. But really, the emotion is the pure experience. And there are only 2 emotions, fear and love. Those are the only 2 emotions. If it's not love, it's fear. And what grows out of fear is the anger. That's a feeling. Or depression or disappointment or whatever. Those are all feelings. So the feeling is the energy, the name we give to the energy that evolves or dissolves from the one emotion, which is love or fear. Love or fear. Joy comes out of love. Peace comes out of love. Gratitude comes out of love. Everything else comes out of fear. So the emotion is the pure energy experience, and the feeling is the vibratory energy that we give to the name of the thing. Okay? All righty. So what else? Young Warrior Circle. I want to repeat this one more time. If you've never, ever done abundance with us, and you really want to learn the mechanics of living within a consciousness of abundance, I've never done abundance in the subject line to customer@iyanla.com. I'll take the first 9 people and gift you tuition to abundance. If you have a broken relationship or no relationship with God's source creator, put that in the subject line. I have a broken relationship, no relationship. I want a relationship with God. Yeah. Put that in the subject line. Send it to customer@iyanla.com. I'll take the first 9 people for Spiritual Study Sanctuary. We meet every Sunday. If you're not going to attend, please withdraw your name because you'll fill up the spot for somebody else who really wants to do it. And if you're just taking it because it's free and you're not really committed, or you're just coming to be a looky-loo, don't do that. Don't, take somebody else out of it. Ivy Digest is the way that you can start. Let me add this up here so you can see it. Comes out, I think it's monthly, but it'll be a major part of Awakening 1 Million. Awakening 1 Million, you get to pick your level in the study. You're going to get meditations. You're going to get classes. You're going to get things that you can, and it's all self-directed. I'm not doing it with you. You choose your level. You choose your work. You can do it all or none. Here's a question. What time is it on Sunday? 10:30 to noon Eastern Standard Time. 10:30 to noon Eastern Standard Time for Spiritual Studies Sanctuary. Abundance level 2 is 8 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. 8 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. is abundance 2 on Sunday. 40 days starting January 6th. Orientation is January 5th. Abundance level 1 is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 40 consecutive days, beginning January 5th for orientation. The class starts on the 6th. Once you sign up, you'll get all that information. Okay? Spiritual Study Digest, Spiritual Study Sanctuary, our sacred texts are The Impersonal Life by Anonymous or Joseph Benner, and Living the Infinite Way by Dr. Joel Goldsmith. Global Community Connection. I hope you got something today that you can use to make your holiday loving and joyful and peaceful. I love you. I love you. I love you. So glad to be with you. So glad to hear you, see you, know you. I want to wish you a happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, holiday season, and the new year on this, the first day of winter. Lots of good stuff for next year. Awakening 1 million, that's the goal. That's the goal. If you've got a son, 13 to 16, 14 to 16, a nephew, a grandson, a great-grandson, gift him the Spiritual Warrior Circle. Gift him that community. Yeah. And what else? Tell me something you know now that you didn't know when you got on this call this morning. Come on, put it in the chat for me. Tell me something you know now that you didn't know when you got on this morning. Put it in the chat for me. Come on. I want to make sure that everybody got something. Everybody got something, because you know it's a process. Life is a process. Healing is a process. This whole thing is a process that's unfolding one step at a time. I want to leave you with the words of beautiful chorus that tell us it's a process. Come on, tell me something you know now that you didn't know when we started this morning. Allow. Be open. Begin one step. Moment to moment. Just see it. The journey, the process. Awakening 1 million. A color consultation. The Young Warrior Circle. Abundance. Our Spot Intensive. Spiritual Study Sanctuary. It's a process. Love you. Mean it. See you soon.